Team Fireball.
Team Fireball, they're our core Star Wars group. They're not caught up in the bigger things going on in the galaxy. I want it to have a sense of childlike fun and adventure. And what unifies this team is that they need each other. They need to try and win races to survive and make money. And our hero, Kaz, is still coming into his own, and he's a very, very good pilot. But he's still a bit fish out of water when it comes to living in a place like the Colossus.
Nice job, BB-8. All right, this is what I want you to do.
Kaz.
I'm Christopher Sean, and I play Kazuya Ziono on Star
Sean.
Wars Resistance. Kaz's job, given to him by Poe, is to spy on the First Order. He's good at flying, but he's not really good at spying.
He's a bit clumsy, gets into trouble here and there, but Kaz is definitely a guy who has a lot of heart and wants to make a difference.
In times like this,
Yeager. Oh, my man. Scott Lawrence.
Scott Lawrence.
That's cool.
I play Jarek Yeager.
Yeager kind of represents the old school. Yeager was a pilot for the Rebellion.
Now he's just trying to live his life as mainly a mechanic on this installation in the middle of nowhere.
And he unfortunately keeps getting pulled back into the action.
Yeager, he's the father figure of Team Fireball, and Kaz causes a lot of trouble and a lot of grief for Yeager.
Get ready to be impressed.
You ready to be impressed, Tam?
I'm completely ready. Hi, I'm Susie McGraw, I play Tam Rivora on Star Wars Resistance.
Tam is a mechanic who works with Yeager. She was a racer back in the day and lost her ship.
Oh, wow.
This guy better be paying for this
rush
job, Yeager. She's tough, no nonsense. She kind of has attitude.
She also has a lot of heart and passion. She wants to have a purpose in life.
She's incredibly brave. She cares about people, but she likes to keep her emotions kind of to herself.
Kaz, this is Niku.
It is so nice to meet you.
Niku's a bit of an oddball.
You know, I am starting to like having adventures. I find that it raises my heart rate, which is good for my circulatory system.
Hi, I'm Josh Brunner, and I play Niku on Star Wars Resistance.
He's a genius. He's very naive, but he's got a huge heart.
He is this unbelievably positive, happy Nikto character. No matter what kind of day you're having, Niku is having a great day.
I once had a pet named Lucky that reminded me of home. And then it died. And then I ate it.
We made the show for a younger audience. I think they'll love the relationships between the characters.
There it is. They made the show for a younger audience.
It's unique in tone, unique in look. It's a completely different package.
It's very action-packed and vibrant, colorful, and you have lots of different pilots and ships and the different settings. I wish I had a show like this when I was growing up.
Very, very cool.
So a couple of things I wanted to point out. We have Kylo's ship flying above in the left-hand corner there. Very cool. And then in this next shot that's coming up, we also have Princess Leia talking to Poe.
You know, they probably should have led with this particular promotion instead of the trailer that they came out with. And the only reason why I say that, the only reason why that's even an issue is because so many Star Wars fans just assume that for whatever reason that it wouldn't be a show for children. When I first saw the images of Star Wars Resistance, I figured it was going to be a show for children. Just the same as I thought when I saw the images for Star Wars Rebels. I figured on Disney XD, of all places, I thought it would be a show for children. So clearly this is going to be a show for children. They made that very, very clear in the featurette right there. Obviously, guys, if you're going to be an adult fan of the show, you're going to have to accept the fact that this is a show for children. However, I believe just like Rebels has, it will mature with its audience. I think they do understand, even though it's a show for children, I think they understand that adults probably will be watching it with their children, or people like myself who do not have children but just absolutely love everything Star Wars will probably view the show to see if they can pick up on any lore or any information that would lead maybe to the sequels or maybe to what Luke is up to. during this particular time period. Maybe they will touch upon Ahsoka and Ezra and Sabine. I'm thinking that may happen with this show, but we'll see what comes of that. But you know, I thought it was very, very cool. We got to kind of meet the crew a little bit and get a better understanding of what the show is about. So obviously there's going to be a lot of racing involved in this show. So I think it's going to be not so much a pod racing atmosphere, but I think we are going to get some aspects of that, which is really cool. I love the pod racing in the prequels. I'm a prequelist, so I think that'll work out for me as well with this particular show. I do understand it's going to be kiddie. Some of the jokes that were in that featurette right there didn't really land for me at all. But at the same time, again, I understand that it's a children's program, and that joke wasn't meant for me. It was meant for someone who's a little bit younger. Really cool. I thought it was awesome. I love the voice actors for this. A couple of those actors I did recognize, obviously, from various television shows that they appeared on. So that's really, really cool and awesome. I know there was a lot of people who were upset that Filoni was not involved with this particular show, but as you can see, he was clearly there at the beginning. He is involved with the show. However, he is not the showrunner for the show, but I do believe he is one of the executive producers. So it's definitely going to have Filoni's influence on the show, guys. If you guys don't know, or if some of you recall, the last season of Rebels was not directed by Filoni. Filoni was off working on, obviously, Clone Wars, now that we know. But there were other people who filled in various positions that Filoni had on Rebels, and that last season was actually probably the best season of Rebels ever, visually and everything otherwise. But still, it kept Filoni's influence in it, and I think this show is going to be exactly the same. So I'm definitely willing to give it a chance. I'm definitely going to be doing reactions to the show, guys, so you can catch those here starting October 7th. So guys, do make sure that you ring the little alert bell underneath the subscription sign there, so you can get the alerts as soon as my reactions go up. Guys, I want to know what your thoughts are in regards to Star Wars Resistance. Now, obviously, if some of you don't know, the initial trailer got a bunch of dislikes because the fans were upset because it was so kiddie-like. But now that this featurette has come out and they've explained the show a little bit more and made it very obvious that it is for a younger audience, I want to know what your perspective is now on the show. And will you be watching the show? And if you are you an adult fan who's going to be watching the show with their children? Or are you, like myself, just an adult fan who doesn't have children but partake in everything Star Wars? So let me know, will you be watching the show, or is this something that you're going to pass on? Maybe you'll join in later when if it gets good word of mouth. So let me know what your perspectives are on this featurette and the show as a whole. Guys, put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.